As far as we know, this is the only videotape that is available of the scene. And again, of course, no one was expecting this. The second plane.
Yeah, there's several shots of that second plane going, but that first tape, they just happened to be in that area, have a clear view of the World Trade Center, and heard the noise overhead, and the frightening scene that played out there. New York One's Jeff Simmons is at Bellevue Hospital, and he has been not only keeping track of the efforts at the hospital to treat the injured and be prepared for any additional injured who come in, but also speaking to people who are at the hospital, going from hospital to hospital, searching for loved ones. Jeff?
Inside the hospital, Pat, marathon press conferences going on in there earlier. The mayor, the governor apparently is speaking right now inside, and we will be able to bring that to you at some point this afternoon, so you can count on us for that. But outside, what we're seeing is quite a number of relatives, friends, family members showing up here with photos. They want to get their message across. They're trying to track down relatives. Many of the people we spoke with this morning and this afternoon have said that they were able to talk with relatives right after, in some cases right before the incident, in some cases right after the incident. Now, joining me now is Matt Detleff, who's holding up a photo of Kevin Williams. We're going to zoom in on this photo right now. Tell me about him, first of all. What does he look like? Describe him for me in case he is at a hospital somewhere.
Kevin Williams is 6'2", about 205 pounds. He's, thin, blonde hair. That's pretty much his physical description. He's a good-looking guy, blue eyes.
24 years old.
24 years old. He's just an awesome guy. He's athletic. He's principled. He's moral. He's a good, decent individual. He's supposed to be married in December. That's all I can say. I mean, our prayers are with him, and I think we're going to find him.
When with me who this is?
It's my brother-in-law. The last time I heard him yesterday in the morning, 7:45, he worked in the World Trade Center, 106th floor, and he do every morning to wake up my nephew, and it's the last time to hear him.
What is his name?
His name is Luis Chimbo.
Tell me who you are and who you are looking for as we hold this up.
My name is Lisa Garcia, and we're looking for Wayne Russo. He was in the Tower Number 1, World Trade Center, on 98th floor. We haven't heard anything from him. We went to the company, looked under the company list, and we couldn't find his name, and we're very worried, and we want to know where he's at.
Again, his name is Wayne Russo. You want me to hold on to this?
Yes,
I will hold on to this. His name is Wayne Russo. This is just another person who people are looking for today. And once again, I'm at Bellevue Hospital, and they are having news conferences every hour to hour and a half to give us updates. As far as that Port Authority officer we've been telling you about, he had been discovered at around 2:30 this morning in the rubble, was brought here around 8:30 this morning. He was conscious and had at that point talked to officials when he arrived here. If we have some sound from officials, I'd like to just bring that to you now on what they said about his state of mind when he arrived here at Bellevue.
He said that as soon as they discovered him, that the EMS personnel at the scene were doing an outstanding job of comforting him. They were giving him water to drink. They were doing, he said, a great job of trying to get him out of the scene. It was a very difficult and dangerous extrication. We actually had sent a medical team down there to be available to assist them. They were finally able to get him out of the scene, but it was very difficult, very dangerous. He was actually pinned for quite a while until they were able to get him out.
And I am now joined by Jose, who has shown up here just a little while ago. Jose, you are looking for several people at this point. Who are the people in this photo, these photos, and who should we look for?
I'm actually looking for my two brothers, Felix Vale, Ivan Vale, and my cousin Betsy Martinez. They all worked in the first tower on the 102nd through 104th floor for Cantor Fitzgerald. And we haven't heard anything from Cantor Fitzgerald except who survived, and meaning people that didn't show up at work. But we don't know whether actually anybody survived the impact of the, and that's what we're looking for, some hope that somebody survived the impact, so that keeps our hope going.
Now let me just give one more element that I have not discussed yet. A number of the people who are showing up here today are in shock, are in some sort of shock. And the hospital had said that what they are doing is bracing for a wave of people coming in here, trauma victims, people who have just been traumatized by this, to come in here within the next 36 to 48 hours. They said they've seen about a dozen people already, but they are expecting quite a few more. They also are having a number of volunteers show up here. In fact, a woman I used to work with in New Jersey, a former reporter who's a psychologist, said she went to the NYPD and had been turned away when she offered her services. So she came here with some friends to offer her services as a counselor, and went up to the second floor to be able to assist. Now, again, 14 families had actually come here this morning looking for relatives or friends, but just in the few hours we have been here, we have seen at least a dozen or more, and they're all armed with photos or records, anything to help track down missing loved ones. Reporting from Bellevue Hospital, Jeff Simmons, New York 1. Back to you in the newsroom.
Something that has developed is that people have been showing up there with pictures of their loved ones, seeking any sort of information they can get. And Jeff has been speaking to some of them, getting their stories as they search for information. Jeff?
And I have to tell you, Pat, it's extremely disheartening watching so many people coming here this morning with photos, and even a number with flyers already made up as they have traversed the city, going from hospital to hospital, site to site, trying to track down friends and loved ones. Now, right now, we just want to hold this up just a little here. You guys arrived here a short while ago. Tell me who you are looking for, who she is.
We're looking for Saranya Strunuan, and she worked for Cantor Fitzgerald in One World Trade Center. She's like family and our best friend. We just want to know what happened to her, you know, whether it's good or bad, because not knowing is just killing us right now. And I don't think any of us have slept. We've been all over the city. I mean, where we couldn't take the train to, we've walked, and we thought we found her here, but it was a different person, a similar last name, and that was just kind of like a lift of hope, and now we have to start all over again.
Spoke a little while ago. Please hold that up just a little. Tell me who she is and a little about her.
Her name is Tyra McLeod, and she's 30 years old. She worked on the 83rd floor in the One World Trade Center.
Here. And tell me who this is and a little about him, please.
It's my husband. His name is Michael Eichen, and he was in Tower 2 on the 84th floor working for Euro Brokers. And I know that they did run out of the office. I'm not sure if it was before the plane hit their building or after, but someone on his desk made it out okay. However, he lost the group that they ran out with, so...
Did they see him get downstairs?
They don't know. They know they all ran out of the 84th floor office, but they don't know how far they got and if it was before or after the second plane hit. Because at first they thought there was nothing wrong. They figured, okay, we're safe in this building because it was the other building. It's just a great guy.
How long had he worked there?
3 years.
Did he like working in the building?
He did. He was never afraid.
What do you want people to know about him?
That he was just the best guy.
We do want to give you one other update. I did speak to someone from the hospital a short while ago. We had earlier told you about the Port Authority officer who had come here earlier today. In fact, there are 2 Port Authority officers who are being treated here. I was told by the vice president of the hospital that they are both in the operating room right now, undergoing operations, undergoing surgery for their extensive leg injuries. They are listed in critical condition. Again, it is a rather harrowing scene here as I look around, just constantly more people showing up. And this is a case where they are approaching the media because they're finding that this is the best way to get out the message that they are looking for a loved one, a friend, a relative. So we will be here throughout the afternoon, and we will bring you many reports like this. We will show you as many people as possible, and you might want to have a pen and paper handy to write down some of those numbers, especially if you've seen them. Reporting from Bellevue Hospital, Jeff Simmons, New York 1. Back to you in the newsroom.
All right, Jeff, thank you, and hopefully you will be standing by with more of those stories.